views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited about today's show. First off, I am so thrilled to have Dr. Agnes Frankel joining me here today. Let me tell you why. I have had one of the biggest debates on the planet with someone here recently about acidity and alkalinity. And I'm telling you, the conversations have been so heated up that I decided I have got to have Dr. Agnes come on the show and straighten the heck out of us here today. She is recognized in the field globally, I'm telling you folks, globally, for longevity, for natural beauty expert. She has been trailblazing health and wellness coach. And I'm telling you, if you don't work with a wellness coach, wait till you listen to this show, because just listening to her is contagiously uplifting and positive, and that's why we are a Positive Talk Radio network. Dr. Agnes, it's great to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Dr. Pat, everyone, hello, hello. Thank you so much. You're too kind for me. Thank you for this awesome introduction. I'm here to definitely deliver and inspire and do my best to really tell you and show you everything about alkalinity and acidity, and hopefully change your life from this day to day till, next time you're listening and next time I can do something for you. So let's start, because it's really huge topic, Dr. Pat, right?
It's big. It's a big topic. So let's start talking about it. Let's dive deeper into the black hole. And I know it's a black hole of alkalinity versus acidity. Where do we start, Dr. Agnes? Where do we start? What does it mean for us?
So let me just make it very simple, because all these aspects about human anatomy and our bodies can be really difficult and complicated, but what for? We need to make it really simple in a way to make everyone understand. And I just want to share something what made me understand this aspect. So actually, if everyone, even you, Dr. Pat, if you would be willing to just relax for a second, maybe even close your eyes and just focus on something I'm going to say, because here is going to be a little short visualization, but very powerful. So please, just for the sake of understanding, close your eyes, everyone, relax. Maybe one breath in, and just visualize a great barrier reef. The underwater kingdom, like, in Australia, for example, the vibrant colors of clean, fresh water, the variety of colors and colorful fish, like a rainbow, so amazing, and everything in perfect symbiosis. And when you've got this picture, this perfect, colorful, gay picture with plenty of fishes, now picture this water, which is so pure that you can really see the reflection of the sun. This water gets really dirty and polluted, totally. So there is no visibility, no more visibility. Can you imagine that, Dr. Pat?
I can imagine it, and it feels wonderful.
I hope everyone can. So this great water gets dirty, and you can't see anything. It's really ugly. It gets really ugly. That's how these fish get diseases, mutate, age prematurely, and die. So everything falls apart, and I mean everything. And now that's the trick. Everyone, just please, please, please remember that our body is like this underwater kingdom where everything is designed to be in perfect balance. And when our kingdom is polluted, when we pollute our organism with the wrong kind of foods, along with the lack of movement and lots of stress, the billions of cells making up your organism start to mutate, start to get sick and age. So in the big picture, you get sick and you age prematurely.
Yeah.
And actually, it's your action that make the difference. Your mind, everyone. And it's we who make the choice. So we fill our bodies with trash, and then we are surprised thinking, why am I tired all the time?
Right.
Why do I age? Or why am I sick? Well, actually, that's why. And I would really, really be hoping that everyone from this day on, thinking about your own body, just think about something really beautiful, that we really want to achieve this homeostasis. And just please compare our every single little cell with the fish in a big, great barrier reef. We want this fish, this cell, to be really healthy and thriving. We do not want her to die, it to die prematurely, right?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you this question for people that are listening. There is this notion, and I want to be very, very clear about this for everybody. There is this idea that, this alkaline versus acidity, I'm not 100% sure. What is it? How does it work? Let's talk about it, because so many people have poo-pooed the idea of alkalinity. How do we measure it?
Okay, so before telling you actually how can we measure it, and there is a very precisely method how to do it, let me just mention one more very important thing that will help everyone to understand and make a really smart decision when it comes to alkalinity and acidity, because I really believe in making your own choices based on the knowledge you have. So everyone has got this power to decide every single minute. And I really hope that what we, Dr. Pat, are going to deliver today, and we are delivering today, will help to make those smart choices. So actually, what helps our cell to be alive is the supplies and the food, so-called, let's call it food, we are giving to the cell. So actually, we need blood, because blood is like this great river that helps our cell to thrive and helps to give it, all the cell needs, like oxygen and all these nutrients. And actually, blood has a pH level that is a measurement scale for alkaline acidity balance. So let me say that again.
Sure.
Blood has a pH level that is a measurement scale for alkaline acidity balance. And as a matter of fact, every organ and tissue in our body has got unique different pH levels depending on their functions. And that is really awesome. And what's unique and essential for blood is that its pH needs to stay in a very narrow limits. And when it goes out of balance, so for example, slightly acidic, the body's control mechanisms come into action and do everything they can to regain it. The kidneys increase the acidity of the urine, breathing rate increases, hormonal systems are activated, and minerals are being leached out of your body. For example, very easy to visualize it is, for example, osteoporosis. Yeah. That's really the example of acidity for a long run. And to be more precise, to compensate for acidity, alkaline-forming minerals such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, iodine, and, for example, sodium, those minerals are being used so you could form deficiencies and reap all of the related consequences. And there is like, hello, weak bones, hello, muscle cramps, or like sluggish thyroid, and so much more. and people, don't have this connection. So actually, when you start seeing this connection between those two, things start to really get sense, and it's so easy to change and tweak things in your daily approach and really help yourself to thrive and switch into the alkaline aspects. And those relationships are just the tip of the iceberg. So the key part is that in this approach, physical disease is a consequence of acidic stressing the delicate balance of your body. Nothing else. It's acid stressing the delicate balance of your body. Of course, it's so much more complicated, but just putting it very simple. That's what it is.
Well, when we take a look at this, there is the ongoing debate that goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about this. Some people are talking about, well, wait a minute, how do I get to have my body be more alkaline? Is it what I eat? Can I drink alkaline water? How do I know it's making a difference? What is it that is going to demonstrate to me, other than Dr. Agnes, feeling good? But before we go to that question, I want to make sure folks know how they can find out more about you. So please take a minute to give out your website and your contact information.
Of course, Dr. Pat. So everyone who is interested in more info about health, wild wellness, longevity, and natural beauty, please go and visit dragnesfrankel.com, where I'm sharing, for now, in a way of video blogging, the best tips and advices and I try to do it in a very easy yet powerful way. So it's dragnesfrankel.com. I've got also my channel on YouTube, and it's also Dr. Agnes Frankel, very easy. So I highly advise you to subscribe, everyone, because my next Measurable TV episode, which is how I call it, Measurable episode, is about the aspect of nutrition in a way of juice fasting and spiritual nutrition. And I had the privilege to make this episode with Dr. Gabriel Cousins, who is a great, amazing physician. So medical doctor, but also someone who has got this aspect on spiritual nutrition and how this affects our lives, and actually what it is, how it can help us, and the really powerful conversation about all that stuff. So really make sure you subscribe, because that's a really good one.
Wow. I wanted to ask you this question. Let's talk about pH. Let's talk about alkaline. Some people may not know that you can measure the level of acidity and alkaline in the body very simply. But what we also don't know is, even if I do measure it, what am I going to do about it? Do I drink alkaline water? Do I eat alkaline food? So Dr. Agnes, take us on that journey.
Okay. So first of all, I want everyone to know why someone should measure and how to make sure you're acidic, unfortunately acidic, even without measuring. So actually, everyone who is listening, if you feel like you have no energy, and it's, for example, like very early in the morning, you just woke up, or it's just midday, if you're feeling fatigue all day, every day, if there are some kind of diseases happening more often, like allergies, flu, you name it, or if you have like mood swings, episode of depressions, acne, of course, premature aging also comes here, headaches, joint pains, obesity, and also very, very powerful yeast overgrowth, which happens really very often, or memory problems. All those symptoms, and I just named a few, there are so much more, all of them are symptoms of being acidic. So that's the first sign. And if you feel like that, you can straight away change your approach and change your diet, for example, or you can measure. And it's always good to measure, because knowing where your start point is and knowing if you're going the right direction is so powerful.
Yeah.
So measuring makes all the difference. Whenever it's, whenever you want to lose weight or do anything in your life, measuring is so powerful.
Yeah.
So let me tell you now if and everyone who's listening, if we know why we want to measure, now let me just share a very simple way to do it. So there is a pH scale to determine the pH, and pH stands for potential of hydrogen. So without really going too much into detail, what everyone who is listening needs to know is that this is a logarithmic scale that ranges between 1 and 14, where 1 is totally acidic and 14 totally alkaline, and 7 is neutral. So in order to provide cells with total wellness, the pH needs to be in balance, not too acidic, not too alkaline. Well, as always in life, both extremes are bad, right? So the problem is that nowadays it's way more easy and common for us humans to be acidic than the opposite, right? So no, you don't need to worry that all of a sudden you will become too alkaline and die, because I also had questions like that. What if I become too alkaline? No, that won't happen, I promise.
I know, I've heard that question.
Yeah,
and
like, what will I become too alkaline? I've never seen that. It's not happening. So as I said, every organ has its own optimum pH, and our organism, our body, has numerous mechanisms to sustain it, no matter what. So if our body needs to do so constantly, it becomes depleted and exhausted, as I was telling you before, and drained out of minerals. And when we measure, we are making sure that it's going the opposite way, that actually we are getting more and more healthy. And what to do, what you can do is go to every pharmacy store, really every single one, buy it's not expensive, buy a pH strips. And what I highly advise to do is really use it from tomorrow in the morning.
It's very easy
in the morning. Yeah, it's very easy to do it. You can use it with your saliva or urine. So urine is more accurate, but actually depends on the person which feels better. So I highly advise everyone to measure pH 2-3 times a day for about a week, but at least once a day in the morning. And please write the answer in your notebook, in something you can really track every day. What are the differences, and if you are going the right direction? You will see that different colors for being acidic, different for being alkaline, and there is, all this variety of colors along the way. And you want to make sure you are going every day slightly more into the alkaline direction, and seeing the progress you are making with changing, the approach toward, for example, foods you're eating, it's really powerful, because every day you're willing to do more and more, and you're really empowered to go even further and further, because you are really looking and seeing the result. It's so cool, right?
Yeah. I want to ask you a question, because I had an experience with this, and it's a medical one. And, I've shared about what my healing journey has been like with the listeners now, and I've talked about it. And I got to a plateau where I couldn't quite finish whatever the medical profession calls healing or remission or whatever that language is, right? My buddy said to me, I'm going to put this alkaline machine in your house. And I'm telling you, I'm like, dude, I don't believe it. I don't think it works. I don't think the phone works. I don't think any of it works. He said, good, don't believe it. Put it in the house. So here's what happened. I'm not so sure the alkaline itself may have helped, but here's what nobody could explain. After 1 month of the machine and ongoing holistic treatments, right? 1 month, my blood work changed drastically to almost normal. After 2 months, completely normal. Hasn't been normal in 13 years, Dr. Agnes. How do you explain that?
Wow. So there are really holistic way you can look at it.
Okay,
First
good.
of all, and it's totally my take on this, based on my knowledge and my experience. From what I heard from you, it's like you were maybe not against, but you didn't really believe, right? Am I right?
I did not. But I drank the water. I did the thing I was supposed to.
So this is really cool because some people whom I was having this conversation with were saying that, oh, this alkalinity, acidity is just the placebo effect. And placebo effect, as you know, and let me just explain to everyone who may not know, is the effect that is just our psychology. That, the drug is not really working, for example, but our psychology, and we believe so much in the drug that it really helps us heal. So based on what you said, there is no placebo effect in here because you were really skeptic and you didn't really believe. And that's really great. You did it anyway. So you put yourself into the position, okay, I do not believe, but I will do it. And that makes a huge space for the science and for really waiting and be willing to see what's happening. And well, from my point of view, it really shows that it works. Whenever you believe or not, it really works.
Mm-hmm.
And if you only are willing to go with it along the way, not for one day, not for 2 days, but really do, let's call it like a homework, and really do provide for yourself and give yourself the time and space to heal, you will see the difference and you can measure the difference, and then you can maybe change your mind and change your opinions, because some things are real if you believe them or not. And that's really so amazing about medicine and science, that you don't need to believe. Of course, the aspect of believing and spirituality is very huge and it's so helpful in many ways, but when it comes to science, it's not always it's not necessity for us all to be strong believers. Sometimes science does all the work, and that's so cool, in my opinion.
Well, that's why I was so glad for you today to do this. Now, let's talk about, I know we've got about 5 minutes left here with you. What are some of the foods? I mean, I clearly mentioned the water, and folks can find that out on their own, certainly lots of resources, but there are foods we can start to change right now. What are these acidity foods that are just killing us here, and what are the alkaline ones?
Okay, so let me put it short and sweet. First of all, I will have next episode, Dr. Pat, will be all about water. And it's going to be huge and awesome one, because water is so important. If you can't change anything more in your life, start with changing the water you drink and you will see the difference. That's what I will say. So water is a huge one, and we will cover it next time. For now, everyone, please, first thing, after listening to this episode, because I really believe in doing, not only listening. So please be inspired. And if that's the only thing you will do, go to the pharmacy and buy the stripes and see for yourself what's the level of pH, if you're acidic or alkaline, and just make the decision if you want to change. And if you want to try, give yourself 7 days to change. And now, very quick, what are some of those foods that make you be acidic? First of all, it's coffee. But hello, one digression. Now we know there is also something like alkaline coffee. So yes, you can buy alkaline coffee and it's very different. But general coffee, like, the big brand coffee, it's acidity. So please, please, please eliminate or stop. Then sugar, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, soda, alcohol, that's the big one. So it's beer, wine, cocktails, you name it. Then processed foods include canned goods and pasteurized juices, fried foods, also animal products. So as you can see, it's a big list, and I'm not expecting everyone to eliminate all of them at once. Actually, having my coaching lessons, my coaching clients and speaking with them, we're eliminating one thing at a time to make it step by step. So please do not eliminate everything unless you are feeling like doing it. But you can't feel to be more being restricted, because then your organism will push it back and say, hey, no, I really want to have fun in my life. So eliminating everything is not the best approach. That's what I know now for sure. So that's the acidic. And I call them the team of acidic bastards. And that's definitely the bad team. And now the second team is the alkaline team. And I call them the alkaline foxes. So in the second team, you've got all the green salads and the green the vegetables. And attention, please, not fruits. And that's something to remember. Fruits are in the acidic group. So if you're thinking about fruit, unfortunately, I know it's healthy, and it might be a little bit for someone a little bit complicated. Like, hello, fruit is healthy. Why is it acidic? Well, it is. So big attention here. Fruits, no. But everything that is green, that is a vegetable, and water, of course, it's alkaline. Also, please remember that fermented food is acidic. Even if it's good, we know it's good, but it's acidic. So we don't want to eat it too much. Or when we eat it, we want to compound it with food that is really alkaline. So, that's the art of eating and the art of eating things and foods together. Microwave food is really very acidic. Food that contains fungi, yeast, sugar, as I said, is really acidic too. So you've got the two big teams, two big groups, and everyone, I would really strongly ask you to think for yourself. After listening to this show, please take 1 minute and just think, what was the food you've been eating for the last 12 hours? And just roughly think about the percentage. How many of those foods was alkaline and how much was acidic? And where you could start making even slightly difference to feel better and, for your health's sake. So I think that's worth trying, right, Dr. Pat?
Yeah, you have to try it, because if you're like me, I have tried everything, Dr. Agnes. I have tried it. Up to that point, I had tried everything on the planet. Last year, my friend said, listen, don't do anything. Don't buy anything. I am going to put this in your house. All I ask you to do is drink this water in your organic coffee, in your tea, in your water bottle. Just do it. And all of a sudden, I did it. And coinciding with blood work I had done that week before, and then my doctor reran the blood work again, 1 month and then 2 months. And what you would see in that, I actually posted it on Facebook because everybody was shocked. So thank you for today. And I know next time we're going to spend a whole hour talking about something as simple as changing your water, right?
Yeah, powerful water. That's really going to be amazing because it's so easy. And so, people don't really know what to do and what to drink. And it can change everything in a moment, right, Dr. Pat? So that will be a great episode, I think. So thank you, Dr. Pat, for having me. I hope I could inspire.
Give it your website, people. Dr. Agnes. Tell everybody how they can work with you, all of the above. You are a rock star in wellness.
Thank you. So it's dragnesfrankel.com. Please, everyone, just come and see if you want to be inspired and grab some more wellness and health and natural beauty. And I've got one open slot for coaching. So the first person who is going to write me why should I coach actually this person is going to have free coaching with me. So yeah, I think that's really something worth doing. So please prepare your big why you, and write me. I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you so much, Dr. Pat.
I love you, Dr. Agnes Frankel, everybody.
Love you too.
Love her. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we have a very special half hour.
Thank you.
Dr. Agnes, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be sharing a special message on perseverance. Don't give up before the miracle happens. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
preceding audio was via a Skype call.